Hi, this is Zach from Zach's Traders Cafe with a look at the major markets on Monday, the 27th of June. As you can see, the Friday price action very revealing, with the low at 57.99 at the floor of this mildly descending September price channel, above the initial 58.99 June support, and we are in a bullish type of mode, or at least a sideways type of mode. Below that, then one would start questioning the recovery argument. At this stage, we've got early indications of Monday's price action opening just below 6,000, so that would give us a buy on dips unless we break back below the floor of this rising trend channel. As far as the upside is concerned, probably at this stage it is better just to focus on the 50-day moving average at 62.03 as the best that we would expect to see. Onto the DAX, and this market also all over the place. Interesting that we didn't need to go down to fill that gap towards 9,000 from February. In fact, we had a higher low put in at 92.96, and that'll be critical over the next couple of sessions. While above that, on an end-of-day close basis, we could see a return to the at least the middle of this range that we've had recently, around 97, 9800. That's the area of the 10-day moving average. Otherwise, further probes to fill that gap just under 9,000 would be expected. 89.67 is the top of that gap. On to Wall Street, and down but not out is probably what one would say. We're still above the 200-day moving average on the Dow, 17,235, and also we didn't break that 17,331 intraday low from May. While above that, on an end-of-day close, one would be a buyer on dips unless there was an end-of-day close back below the 200-day moving average. The upside, best case scenario at this stage, seen as being the 50-day moving average at 17,792. Onto the S&P, and here support above the 200-day moving average at 2020, at least while we're above that. One would be a cautious buyer on dips. Initial target there, the initial June 2050 support, but up to 2079 is possible again, even if we then head back down. Onto the Nasdaq, and ironically, this is looking like the worst of the bunch. Horrible looking candle for Friday, but still no definitive breakdown there. 42.99 was the last support of note. In fact, 42.84 rather, the last support of note in May, and we just closed right beside that on Friday. At the moment, the early trade really, or the logical trade on a technical basis, would be to buy the support zone with the stop loss back below 42.32, which was the initial March support. Upside here back to the 50-day moving average at 44.26 as a best case scenario. Onto the currencies, and clearly it's all the talk is about cable. It was interesting that on Friday we basically bounced back towards that 138.36 February floor as new resistance. While below that, the overall pattern here is for a test back down towards 130, perhaps down as low as 128, as was suggested on Friday. Situation here for today is that initial resistance around 135.16, so while below that, we are definitely looking for a probe towards 130, but I wouldn't rule out another attempt at hitting 138 plus, and that would be a selling opportunity once again. For the euro, slightly on the sidelines, but back below the 200-day moving average at 110.98, and really while below that, we're looking for further tests towards the 109 and 108 level over the next week or so. On to dollar yen, and this was the market that really flipped lower early on Friday. Seems to have recovered some of its composure, given the fact that we've got the big figure of 100 yen there. But the RSI with that blip up to 50 and then back down again is very negative, and one would expect at least one more probe towards or even below 100 yen, even if this market then recovers. Finally, on to gold, and definitely the star of the show. Support came in towards 1300, 1310, as was expected after that spike through 1350. But the overall pattern here is for move towards $1,400 within a rising November trend channel, while there's no end of day close back below the 10-day moving average of 1287. That's it for me. More updates at the same time tomorrow.